Hey guys, welcome back to Buddy RC. My name is Clay, and today we're going to be talking about the MT12 setup for a car. So the MT12 is a super powerful radio, and it uses EdgeTX, and really it is a little overwhelming. So I'm going to show you guys how to set up a basic car setup. We're going to start with the 4-in-1, and then we're going to go into the ELRS version. So let's set up a Mini Z on the 4-in-1 first. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and create a brand new model. So I will show you guys how to do that. We're going to go in, turn on our radio.
Welcome to EdgeTX.
Now we're going to hit model, and I'm just going to do 8 as the new one. Create a model. Now that one's created, I can page over to setup, and we're going to scroll down until we see internal RF. So that is the internal RF means that's what module is in your radio. So if you have the 4-in-1, it's going to be a multi protocol. So you'll look for multi. So you'll scroll down one, see multi. And then this is a Kyosho. So Kyosho, we're going to just scroll all the way over to Kyosho. There we go. Now binding is a little easier with this. So we're going to go ahead and take off our body. Set that aside. Beautiful F1 Lark body. Love that thing. So we're going to go ahead and take a 1.5mm wrench, press the button, and turn it on at the same time. So on the Mini Z, if you look right in here, there's actually a little bind button. That button is going to be used for binding this radio. So what you're going to do is flip the car over. I always have my thumb on the actual switch itself, and then move your radio over to the side a little bit. Press the button down, and then turn it on. And we should have a flashing light, which we do. So we're gonna go ahead and hit bind, which, wake the radio up, there we go. Now we're gonna go over to bind. It's already responding to it. So we should give it just a second, hit return. Now, we should be good to go. But with any of the smaller ones where you can't really, just switch the actual channels on the receiver, you're going to have to do some modifying here. So in a Mini Z, it is wrong because right now my throttle is on my steering, not good. So no fear, we will get this figured out. So what you're gonna do is go into your model, and then we're gonna go over to your inputs, select throttle. Now throttle is channel 1 normally, but right now throttle is going to be on channel 2. So what you're gonna do is select it, and you're gonna click edit. Now to get into that, you do have to kind of hold it, then click it. Now you can see where it says source. That's what's telling it to use throttle. So right now my throttle is on my steering channel, and my steering channel is on my throttle. Okay, so you will go up to steering. So now it's on both, that's all right. We'll go back and go hit throttle. Now we have steering and we have throttle. So that is the basic setup for a Mini Z. So let's swap over to the ELRS, and I'll show you guys how to bind it, and also show you guys how to set up the little switches on the bottom of these radios. All right, so I have my race buggy here. We're gonna go ahead and run through the setup on this guy, and then I'm gonna actually show you guys how to add in the extra channel so we can actually use these little switches down here. So we're gonna hit model, scroll down 1, create new model, and we're gonna page over to setup, scroll down, same thing, you're gonna see internal RF mode, not external, internal. And then you're gonna scroll to crossfire. Which it's not crossfire, it's ELRS, that's just what they name it in the radio. Then to bind it, you will not go to that setup screen, you will go to system and then ExpressLRS. Let it load for a second, let the bar load at the top. Now you come down here and you see bind. So we're gonna go ahead and get the car ready to bind. So what you're gonna do is you can either hold the bind button, or you can swap, you can cycle the power 3 times on it, and then it will go directly into your bind mode. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna go 1. Now this one's a little weird. This is not because of the receiver. This is all in something in this car. I don't know why it does this. So ignore the servo going full and back. Don't know why it does that. But we're gonna turn the car on 3 times.
Telemetry lost.
There we go. Now we're in bind mode. So I got 2 flashes on the receiver. You do it 3 times and then this goes into bind mode. So we come down here to our bind, hit that, and it's bound. Just like that. There's no, you don't have to do anything on Wi-Fi or anything like that for the RadioMaster setups. If you get a RadioMaster receiver and a RadioMaster controller, they will talk with each other on ELRS. You won't have to worry about changing phrases or anything like that. You still can if you want, but out of the factory, it's really nice that they made it to where you can just bind it up and go. So now that we have this all set up, we've got steering and we've got throttle. So this is already set up, but I want to add in these little guys. Now the battery is dead on this, so it's going to be yelling at me. Now on this setup, I'm going to show you actually how to add a channel as well. Super simple. It's just a couple of tricks you have to do in the radio, but no big deal. But this will at least get it to where you can do a steering servo down here if you have like 4-wheel steering, or if you want to make it to where this switch will turn this servo on and off to do 4-wheel steering, stuff like that, or a winch or whatever. So first we're going to show you how to do an active channel. So just a regular, servo on and off. So it'll go from one side to the other. So doing that, let's go ahead and dig in. So we'll go ahead and power it on, have this into channel 3. And as you can see right now, it does absolutely nothing on any of these channels. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put it on this channel right here, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So we're going to go into model, we'll go over to mixes, channel 3, and it's as simple as where it says source, that means what is telling channel 3 to move. So it's just going to be this switch right here, and you're done. Now if you want to make it a active type deal, it's super simple. So let's go ahead and take that off of there. Okay. Now, as you can see, it does not work again. Let's say we want it to work with our steering. So, as you can see, there's our 4-wheel steering if we wanted it. Now, if we wanted to make it to where we could turn that on and off, you can make that switch, this switch down here. So, as you can see, it works. Now, let me put that on there. Now it's working, or not working. Now it works. So it's a super simple way of doing it. So you can have your 4-wheel steering, or if you just want something that is only active for a certain amount of time, it's super simple to do. You could do so many different things with this radio, it's insane. So I got one more car I want to show you guys on, just a little setup on it. I put the radio in and I bound it, but I haven't set anything up on the radio. So if you encounter problems with it, this is going to be like a little troubleshooting guide. So now if you already have one of these WOV Racing cars, you already know how awesome these trucks are, but it could be even better if you put your MT12 on it. So we went ahead and put in an ELRS 5 channel receiver on there so you could add different things to it, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the different things we can do. So let's go ahead and get this body off, and then I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. So these fans are really loud. I apologize. I'm going to try to get them away from the camera as possible. So right now my steering is reversed. So how to reverse the steering is super simple. We're going to go in back to the home screen here, click model, and you're going to go over to outputs. So outputs, that's going to be this screen right here. So check to see what is your throttle and what is your steering. So channel 2 is going to be my steering. We're going to go edit it, and we're going to scroll down to direction. All you got to do is click. Now your steering is reversed. It's super simple. And also on the screen, you can do your endpoints. So say, oh, it binds on the body like that. You can come over here and you can turn this way down, as you can see. So this is right and left. You'll just have to kind of play with it because it will change from car to car because min and max, it could be reversed. If your steering is reversed, it just depends on how your It just depends on how your steering servo is aligned in the car. But as you guys can see, this thing is super powerful. It's super easy to use once you understand it. It's a little overwhelming at first. Of course, it's a lot of radio for the price. I've used it for about 3 months now, and I absolutely love this radio. I've got it on all my cars. I race with it now. I actually ended up selling my other controller that I use for racing just to use this guy. So the ELRS is super powerful. Really, being able to go far away with a basher is pretty awesome, because sometimes you want to do speed runs and things like that, and some of the ready-to-run controllers don't have the same range as ELRS. So for the price, this guy is awesome. If you want to do speed runs, bashing, 1/8 scale nitro running, those are really big tracks, and this will be perfect for it. So if you guys have any questions or any suggestions on what I should do for like setups wise, if you guys need help, post them down below, of course, and share this video around. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. I'm gonna go drive this thing.